Okay, good morning, students. I'm audible. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So let me start with what we are discussing. Okay. So is the screen visible? Slides are visible. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we are discussing about the interfaces, right? So last class we have seen what is an interface, what the components of an interface, how we are declaring an interface in Java. Okay, and how multiple inheritance will be implemented using the interfaces. Okay, so that is what the two things we have seen, and whatever the slides is displaying you illustrate the things we have to cover or study in the syllabus. Okay, so the interface components are what the variables as well as the abstract methods. Okay, so variables are by default it should be static and public and and final. Okay, and we will not define the methods in the interface, so that is what they will be called as abstract. And in an object cannot be created for an interface is like an abstract class, so we cannot instantiate an interface. Okay, so interface is declared using the interface keyword, and it is used, its abstract methods are used in a class using the keyword implements. Okay, so that is what the example we have seen, and we have seen what are the rules we have to follow when we have to use an interface. That is, whenever an interface is implemented by a class, all its abstract methods should be defined in a class, and they should be public. They should be defined as public. So while explaining the programs, we have seen that if you are not declared it as public, it is showing an error. And if you left out the definition of a method, then also it will show an error. So once it is implemented, all its abstract method should be what defined in a class. Okay, so that's what we have seen. Okay, so this is what the previous class slide. Um, the interface in Java can be used in the following ways. Okay, so we have seen a simple example of creating an interface. Okay, just have one interface, define two methods, use a class, and implement that, and redefine or define that interface in a class. And the thing is, what one interface can be implemented by many classes, right? And one class can implement more than one interface. So that is what the thing we have to remember. So that is what the creation of interface is. Next is what implementation of multiple inheritance using in interfaces. So multiple inheritance is not supported in Java. So I have interface one, interface two. So class one implements interface one and interface two, so that all their abstract methods are available in that class. So that is nothing but multiple inheritance. That's how we will implement it. Next is what extending interfaces. So like one in interface also we can have a parent child hierarchy. So a child can share the parent abstract methods. Okay, so this we can do for any level. Okay, interface A, it is extended by interface B, it is extended by interface C, it is extend by interface D. Okay, so our interface E is implementing A B C D E. Okay, so this extends, so inheritance is also possible with the interfaces. Interface, its alternate name is what, an abstract class. So what can we have with the class that we can have also have with the interfaces? So sharing of the abstract methods. Okay, so the class which is going to implement this hierarchy of interfaces is able to get, is having access to all the abstract methods. Okay, so that is what 1 minute. MBA da? Okay. So that is what that is extension or hierarchy, inheritance and interfaces, how it can be done, that we can see through the extending interfaces. And also the use of nested interfaces, that is inside a class, as a we can declare an interface. Okay, or an interface can be declared within an interface. Okay, so this is what nested interfaces. So an interface can be declared within a class, as well as an interface can be a member of another interface. Okay, so these are the options that we can use the interfaces in a Java. Okay, so one is creation, in what way we can create it, and how we can implement multiple inheritance, and how we can have the hierarchy of maintaining the sharing of the abstract methods of the interfaces through the inheritance, and also nested interfaces. Okay, so these are the different usages. And also one more thing, like in all the examples we have not seen how the variables are declared inside a interface. Only we have seen abstract methods, right? So we have not seen the how the variables are used. So this is the this is the syntax of declaring an interface. So you see, any number of final or static fields. Fields in the sense it is variables. So how interface variables are used. Okay. So that is what the thing that we have to discuss today. Extending the interfaces, nested interfaces, and how to use the interface variables. These are the things we have to discuss today. Okay. So first we'll see the theory about this. Then we will have the programs which are implementing those concepts. There we will make execute it, and we'll make changes in the programs, and we will understand the concepts, how it will be done. Okay. Okay. So this is what extending interface. When you will say an interface is extended, so that is what you have a parent-child hierarchy, right? So when one interface
Excuse me,
inherits from
ma'am.
yeah, people
Ma'am,
are joining.
ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಗೆ ಜಾಯ್ನ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ದಾರಂತ.
Okay. Okay. Only one. Okay. So when one interface inherits from another interface, then that is what we'll call extending an interface. Okay, I'll get the noise here. Okay, yeah, this is what. Okay, so I'll get the noise. Hmm. Okay, yeah. When one interface inherits from another interface, this is what we'll call extending an interface, and we'll use extend keyword as like we will represent interface. Okay. So the one which is inherited the parent is called subinterface, which inherits all the methods and constant that its super interface declared. You see here methods and constants. So the variables declared inside a interface are constants. Okay. So by default they are static and public, and the one they have to be the value is to be initialized, and they are constants. You cannot modify those values in the implemented classes or wherever you will redefine that methods. So that is the one thing. So whenever there is an extension of one interface from the another, so then all its content of the parent will be shared to the per child. And we know that by default the methods, okay, the default methods as well as the variables are public in interface definition. Okay. And also it is what is the one more thing, it can also declare a new abstract methods and constant. This is just like that. When an interface is extending from the parent, it will share its parent components as well as it can declare its own. Okay, that is just like a class wherever there is an inheritance. And an interface can directly extend multiple interfaces. This is what the one of the difference between a class and interface. So a class can extend only one another class, right? A class A extends class B. A class A extends B. So I cannot say class A extends B comma C comma D. I cannot like write like that. Whereas an interface can do that. Interface A extends B comma C comma D. So this is what the one difference between extends in with respect to interface and a class. At a time, class cannot extend multiple classes, whereas an interface can extend multiple interfaces. Okay, so these are the points we have to understand while we are extending one interface from the other. Okay, so this is an example like this is a syntax you can say. So here the interface A is there. So you can have any number of list of abstract methods, and also you can share here list of variables, interface variables. Okay, and you have to remember that even though you will not specify them as public or static, the compiler will assign public and static value to that variable. Okay, so by default, interface variables are public and static. Okay, so next, interface B extends A. So it is sharing all the components of A. Along with that, it can have its own abstract methods and the variables, and this can go to any level. Okay, interface C extends B, and so that it is able to get all the components of A and B. Or here only I can say interface C extends B comma A. Okay, so like that also I can is if interface A is individual and interface B is individual, then I can have interface C extends A comma B. Okay, so like that also I can write. Okay, this is just an example, like in what way you are inheriting the classes. In the same manner you can inherit the interfaces, whereas what is the one positive point on interface you have, at a time you can inherit multiple interfaces. Okay, so that is not possible with the classes. Okay, so if I write a class test implement C means what? I will get all the methods which are a part of A, part of B, and part of C. Okay, so this is what sharing. So this class is get a bunch of methods and the variables which are part of three interfaces. Okay, so when you are implementing it, it is mandatory that all the methods are to be defined. Even though you don't want to give any statements, at least within a blank flower brackets you have to write. Okay, if you don't want to expand, if you want to write any statements inside the method, but they have to be redefined. Okay, so that while doing the programming you understand that if I forget to define any one of the method, it is not it will show an error. Okay, so this is about the example. So like the previous the program for what we have done, so that we can implement easily through the extension. Okay, so like what interface shape is taken, and in that we have for voice shape name, so it will say that whether it is a rectangle or a triangle. Next, another interface cal area is taken, it is extend shape. In this manner you can take, or you can take shape and cal area, then interface result extend shape comma cal area, that also you can take. Okay, in the both the manners you can write. So if you consider this, only these two you can use. Okay, two interfaces you are implemented in a class, and you have a extends keyword also. So you are showing the inheritance concept also, and you can avoid one more interface. Okay, don't worry about that. The previous problem only, this example is written using the extend. So here shape name is a function and compute is a function, whereas two classes will implement this. Class area compute implements class area and defines all the methods. So to do that problem, we have class rectangle implements cal area, and class triangle implements cal area. You can use both the functions in the same classes, and create the objects and test the what areas, okay, for the given values, like that you can do, so that the length of the program will be reduced. I have that program, I'll show. Okay, so this is an example of extending multiple interfaces. This is what one of the difference between a class and a interface in a inheritance. Okay, when it is extending. Okay, so interface one we have method one, interface two you have method two. So interface three extends one and two. Okay, this is when a class is considered, this is not possible. Whereas an interface is considered, this is possible. So what method three? So if one class implements the interface three, it is able to get method 1, method 2, and method 3. Okay, and all the three methods to be defined in the implemented class. And what does nested? Okay, so the programs with respect to this we will discuss, whereas we'll see what does nested interface. An interface declared inside a class or another interface is called nested interface. Okay, so we have studied about the nested classes, right? So nesting is possible when one outer thing will be there, inside that we are going to declare an inner thing. So that is what we'll say nesting. Okay, so a nested interface is what? Either inside a class you can declare it, or with another interface you can declare one more interface. So this is what nested interface. Why this nested interfaces will be useful? The nested interfaces are used to group related interfaces so that they can be easy to maintain. Okay, so this is just like what? One outer interface will be there in with all the methods which are required with different headings. will be the abstract of those methods will be grouped and put under different interfaces. If the outer one is implemented, then all the inner interface methods are available to that class. Okay, so that is what through the example we will understand. Okay, so the nested interface can be declared inside another interface or inside a class. So this is the syntax of declaring the nested interfaces. So if it is inside another interface, it is just like this: interface, outer interface, then interface, and list of abstract methods, and you can add here the variables and any number of nested interfaces you can declare here. Okay, so not only that, only one you have to declare: nest A, nest B, nest C, nest D, like that you can declare. And this is to be used with A dot nest A. Okay, A dot nest B, A dot nest C, like that. Okay, so the inner one is to be accessed with a dot operator with the name of the outer one. Okay, so like that we have to access. And any number of nested interfaces can be declared in a outer interface. Okay, and inside a class, this is again interface nestia and list of abstract methods as well as the variables you have. And here also more than one you can declare. Okay, so somebody is calling. When they try to join here, who is this? Pramod Kumar, let me take the call. Hello, how the arrow? 1 minute, students. Okay, so this is what inside a class you can declare the interfaces in this manner, and how it is to be implemented is with along with the class name. So if I have to implement this interface, then I have to use that a dot nest a. Okay, so the class name with the interface name. Okay, so like that I have to use, so that through in the programs we can you can see. And also it is not that only one nested interface is to be used. It can be any number of interfaces you can declare. Okay, what is this? Okay, so when you are declaring a nested interface, what you have to remember are like what are the rules you have to follow. A nested interface declared within an interface must be public. Okay, if you not specify anything, by default it will be public. A nested interface declared within a class can have any access modifier, whereas for a class it can have private and public or protected. Okay, so that access modification it can have, whereas an interface it is public, because we know that all the variables and the abstract methods inside an interface are by default they are public. Okay, so that is why when you will declare a nested, it is by default it will be public. Whereas if you are declared that inside a class, then you can specify private, protected, and public. Okay, there is no difference between protected and public. Only we can see that the difference in a package where there is a difference between private. It cannot be further usable, right? Inheritable or to the objects it is not accessible. Only inside we can use it. So whatever the access constraints we have, that will be there. A nested interface is by default static. Okay, so these are the, see, even though you will not specify anything, simply will do, it will take static and public by default. Okay, so the example of declaring that a nested or syntax, how you are declaring a nested interface. Interface, sorry, this is an example for variables in interface. Okay, this is about nested interfaces. These three, like what is nested interfaces, what is the syntax, and what rules you have to follow. And next we'll have variables and interfaces. Then there are three programming things about extending and using nested, and also how the variables are used in the interfaces. So we have the programs which will simulate the concepts whatever we are discussed. Okay, so what are the variables and interfaces? Okay, The variable in an interface is public, static, and final by default. Okay. If you just say in an interface, inside the interface, if you declare int I, you need not have to say it is public, it is static. Okay. When it is static, it is to be initialized, and that value is constant. So wherever that interface is implemented, that variable value cannot be modified. Okay. So that is what the only thing you have to remember. So next is what? Every variable of an interface must be initialized in the interface itself. So whenever I'll declare int I, simply if I declare like that, then it will not be, it will show an error. It must be initialized. And that value is constant. And throughout it, since it is static, throughout it remains constant. And that variable cannot be modified in the implemented classes. Okay. And that is what the third point. The class that implement an interface cannot modify the interface variable, but it may be, but it can use its value. It cannot be modified. Okay, so this is what. So once the static variable is declared in an interface, it is not that through that interface name we have to access that variable. Okay, when that interface is implemented, simply by its name we can use that further in our programming. This is what we saw with respect to static variables, right? If some variables are declared as static inside a class, then class name is not necessary to access those variables. Okay. So that is what here, whenever some variables are variables of the interfaces, the interface name is not necessary. If that interface is implemented in a class, then that variables are used with their values. Only the constraint is that values are not we are not able to change the values of those variables. Any number of variables you can declare. Even though you will not specify it is public or static, simple declaration will, the compiler will by automatically consider those variables as public and static, and the restriction is that variables must be initialized. Okay, so this is what with respect to the variables we are declaring inside a interface, and this is the example. So list of any number of variables you can declare, and any number of abstract methods you can declare inside an interface. So variable, data type name, variable name, and value. So this is what important. Always the RHS value is required for a variable. Okay, and the method we don't have return type, method name, and the parameter list. And whenever we are redefining that in a class, same return type, same method name, and same number of parameters is to be used. Okay, so here we have an example for variables, how we are using variables in an interface. So it is an interface A. So here three variables are considered. One is upper limit, another one is lower limit. Just UL and LL I have taken. So the values are initialized, and a string name is initialized as GNNCE. And this class is declared which will implement this variable. And inside the function of this one, we have printed it. And if you try to change the values, it will show you an error. It will not allow, it will not compile this statement at all. Okay. It is used in a function, that is these variables are used with their values in the methods of this class. Okay, so that is what the use of interface variables. Okay, so this is about the use of interfaces. Okay, so interfaces in Java is used in four ways, or we have to learn about four things. So what are those? How we are creating, and how we are implementing multiple inheritance, and how interface extending is possible, and what are nested interfaces. Okay, so these are the things we have to remember about the interfaces. Now we will see the programs about this. Okay, so any doubt about in the theory? Okay, so here it is slow. Is am I audible properly? Hello, students. Hello. How many are there? 26. Hello, students. Hello, is the screen visible properly?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so only four of you are answering. This is only the thing, right? Okay. So we will see the programs about this. Sushma Gowda. Sushma Gowda, are you there? Sushma? Okay, let me check how many will you there. So before going to the programs. Sangeeta? Sangeeta, when I'll start asking question, people are going to leave the meeting. Sangeeta? Pratiksha? Switch on and not present at the place. Okay. Manda Meghana? Okay. So people are not there. Mallikarjun? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Mallikarjun? ಇದ್ಯಾಪ್ಪ
Yes, ma'am.
ಏನು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಈಗ ಇಂಟರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ what we are going to discuss now ಹ್ಮ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಈಗ ಬಂದ್ಯಾ ಹಲೋ not audible Mallikarjun I am not audible okay so here we have the program so we'll see what is the like how the interfaces are extendable. Okay, so this is the one example. It is taken. Okay, so what is this is? This is what implemented here. I'll take here. Okay, so the example is taken like this. So here interface A, it is having one method. That is what this program is simulating. I am telling it is extended by interface B, and so when it is extended, all its component will come to this part and it will be having its own new thing. Okay. So you can stop here only and you can implement B and you can test this one. So I have taken one more thing. This is again extended by interface C. Okay. So when it is extending all the parts of since they are public, all part of A and B will come become the components of this, and it can have its own new members. Okay, and a class can implement C. If class is implementing C, it is able to get all the methods of A, B, and C. Okay, so or directly it can do a class can take A and B only at a time, or class can if class can take C, so all are available to this class implemented class. Okay, so this scenario is programmed. Okay, class A it has one method and class B it has one method. So totally class B has two methods available and class C it has one method. So in class C all the A, B and C methods are available. And the given restriction is what? When we have implemented C, we have to define all the methods of A, all the methods of B, and all the methods of C. Okay, so this is what we have to remember when we will implement an interface. Whether we require it or not, every method we have to redefine. Okay, so this is what here. So interface one. So we have display one. Okay, so not more than only print statements we have, and two we have another method, and three we have another method, right? So okay, so this is what class A implements three. Okay, I should write it extends this which example I'm showing interface extends, right? Okay, okay, I have not written this. Hmm. Here interface one, interface two extends A. Interface one, I don't know, like that keyword is got extends one, and interface three extends two. Okay, so this is what whatever I've explained. These are the things. And class A implements three. So, but in class A we have to declare everything. Okay, I'll comment this. You can check like what we'll have. Okay, we are getting an error here and check what is this. The type A must, okay, the type A must implement the inherited abstract method. Okay, so we have that. You see, the type A must implement the inherited abstract method one dot disp one. Okay, so that method is to be redefined. So every method is to be redefined, otherwise you will have an error. Okay, so in this class all the three methods are available, so that you can check with this also. If I remove this and also you remove this public keyword, then also you will get an error. Okay, so it is showing an error at this one, and check what is that error. Multiple implements should dispose and cannot reduce the visibility of inheritance. It will say that things. Okay, so then when you will make it as public, that error will be gone. Okay, so this is what interface 1, interface 2 extends 1 and 3 extends 2, and finally 3 is implemented. So all the functions are defined in this class. Okay, so this is what we have, and this is what an object of this class is created, and respective functions are called, and it will be executed. This is as direct as this. We'll get message. Okay, it is displaying in interface 1, interface 2 and interface 3. So all the functions are defined. So if you forget to define any one of the function, then you will get an error. Okay, so that is what the one way of extension has shown. Next, what we I have. One more example was there, interface example 2 we have. Yeah, this is an interface. At a time an interface can extend more than one interface. Okay, so this is what, so this line is not possible with respect to class, whereas in an interface we can do this. Okay, so here same thing, interface 1, display 1 and display 2 are there. In 3 extends 1 and 2. So both are extended, and implements 3 means what, you are going to get all the functions again a part of your 3. Okay. So here also you comment one and check whether if you are not doing this one, what it will do. It will show you an error. So when it is implemented, all the methods are to be what? Declared. Redefined. That's what the one point, and that to be public. You can simply give like this, no problem. So then it is not showing any error. If you want to, you don't want to include any statements in that, just have this one, a null function. Okay, you can say only there is no statement inside the function, but we have defined it. Okay, so that is also possible. The output remains same only, but in what way we have extended will be different. Okay. So class interface tester it is implementing this and redefining all the functions. Create an instance of this class and call all the functions. So I.display is the function which is a member of this class. So whenever you are implementing the abstract methods of the interfaces, there is a provision that you can have your own functions. Okay. So that is what this one, your own functions and the methods. So same output will be same, but in what way we have inherited will be different. Okay. So here we are not getting this. Okay. Because I have commented this. So one statement will be less. So I have redefined the functions. This one, this two, and this three are the members of this function. And just I have given that this belongs to function three. It is the member of this interface, whereas two is the member of the second interface, and one is the member of the first interface, and this display function is the member of this class. Okay, so all those four, if even though four functions are defined inside this class, the parents of these four functions are different. Okay, so this is what you have to remember. Okay, and through the objects of this class all the four functions are called. So wherever the definitions are available, that functions will be displayed. Okay, so you can create another class, it can only inherit the required interfaces. Okay, so that is how as many classes you can create, they can make use of only the required interfaces. This is what the flexibility or the reusability of code, because of these concepts we will get in Java. Okay, and the same program 4.3, I have make it so simple. Okay, so let me copy this one. Because of the extending thing, it has still the number of lines of code has reduced. Okay, what is that program? So if you are not remembering that, so in Java program to demonstrate inheritance, and also through the interfaces you have to show multiple inheritance. So to show the use of interface, you should have the keyword implemented. Okay, implements. And to show the concept of inheritance, you should have the keyword extends. So if your program have both extends and implements, then it is representing both the concepts. Okay, so the same program, it will be simpler than whatever the previous versions I have given, because of the extending extents of interfaces. Okay, this is just like in the slide I have shown. So interface shape, so you have a shape name, area 1 extend shape, we are computing a and b. So I have a class rectangle which will implement this one, and the shape is redefined as what? Shape created is rectangle. And here you are printing those a and b values, and area calculation is a star b. And take another class triangle implements area 1. Okay, that is the interface. And shape name, the definition is different, it is triangle, and the area calculation formula is different. Okay, you have two classes which has implemented the interface area 1, which is extended by the another interface shape. Okay, so that is using interfaces. Here you have multiple inheritance using interfaces. This concept has been done. So we have both the keyword implement and extends. Okay, so create an object of rectangle and send the values, and call this function. So respective the same output you are going to get. Okay, so you have this values. So how I can improve this program if it is required? Okay, this is what I wanted to do. Give the input, or you can take some double value. Okay, so the different areas and are to be given. No double a comma b. Just I'm giving like how it can be improved, because only executing one time it will not be. So then take int 1. You can create the new value, and here you can change this a and b values. Okay, take CD also. Otherwise, both rectangle and this will get same thing. But choice value we have to change. Okay, so there we have to consider. So this is one you have to write. Hmm? So obviously you have to change. Do you want to continue? Okay, system out println we have to use. Okay, again I have to take the keyword and okay, let me stop. No problem. So what I'm mean to say is, in a looping you can put this, so that any number of times you can increment this, and also by incrementing these values inside a loop, you can change the values, right? Here what is the one? Double A, duplicate local variables. A is there, no? So to make it as A1. Okay, so no problem. Constant values I have mentioned. Because to choice again I have to declare one variable and I have to obtain, that is why I removed. But I want that program needs to be improved in that manner. Okay, so here we have got the precision in this manner. So what I'm asked you to modify this is, take choice. Okay, now accept, you want to continue. If it is not one, you have to continue. If it is one, you have to continue. Other than one, you have to exit. And inside that loop only, you increment A and you increment B, you increment C and you increment D by different values. A is equal to a plus 1, a plus 1 or a plus 0.1.8 or 2.8, whatever value you want to increment, take that value. And B is also incremented, and C and D are also incremented. C is equal to C plus 2, D is equal to D plus 3, something like that you can increment, so that required number of times you can create the object, and the shape you can, the area of that objects will be different, so like that you can create. Okay, so to not to take that input variable and not creating that, just I have removed it. Okay, so this program 4 is simply a simple version of all the other thing by making use of the extends. Okay, so this is about extending. Okay, at a time multiple interfaces are extended or shared by a single interface, and also you can go for different levels of extension of the interfaces. Okay, so that is what the through the programs we have seen. So next we will have the nested interface. Okay, so this is nested interface using a class. Inside a class, how we are using the nested interfaces. This example will explain you. An interface can be nested, uses a nested interface either inside a class or inside another interface. This is an example about using a nested interface in a class. As I told, it is not that only one interface can be nested. You can have any number of interfaces. Okay, it is a class. Along with the interfaces, class can have its own methods and members. Okay, so that is obvious thing that you can have, but for simplicity only nested interfaces are taken as class members. Other than that interfaces, class can have its own methods also. If you declare some function, no problem. Okay, void, you need not have to redefine it, right? Void method 1 and void method 2, like this you can have your own methods. Okay, class, what is this? Method 1 method ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದು ತೋರ್ಸತ್ತೆ error. The method requires a body instead of a semicolon. Okay, so what we'll do? We'll do like this. So these are null. We don't have any definition. It is only to show you that you can have your many methods also. So next what we have, class test1 implement. So this class wants to use the interface members of this class. Okay, so that interfaces are accessed through the class name, and only one class, all the interfaces are not implemented, only one implement, one class, one interface member you can use. I've used both. Afterwards I'll remove one and I'll show you that how you can use the another one. Okay, so nest interface class A. Okay, nest interface class B, both the interfaces are implemented in this class. So next is what? Oh, here why it is already in this class member I have taken method 1. Okay, but still it is not a problem. It will be okay, so void method 1, you this is the member of this class. Next, this function is redefined. Okay, print a, and since you have implemented the interfaces, all their members is to be redefined in the implemented class. That's why both the functions of this interfaces are redefined. Okay, so print a and print b. Print B is the member of the interface class B, and print A is the member of the interface class A. So that is why those are redefined in the implemented class. And method 1 is a member of this class. And if we don't want, we don't require this also. Only to show you that class can have its own members along with the interface methods, I have declared it. Okay. So then don't call that one. That's all. So then in the main program, an instance of this class is created, that is as an object, and object print A is called and print B is called, where print A is the method of the interface, this one, and print B is the method of this one, and this class is implemented these interfaces and it has been done. Okay, if we run this, we are getting this message. Okay, and another thing what we can do, just take this one. So redefinition is required. So that's all. Another class is created. So now we will have S20 object. So call. So this function is available here. So now run this. So whatever the function I have defined here, that will be displayed. It is only to show you that you can have many classes. When you have an interfaces, you can have many classes, and even though so many interfaces are available, only the required one you can implement. Okay. This example will show you that this class is only implemented one interface, whereas this class is implemented both the interfaces. And inside a class you can have any number of interfaces. Okay. And whenever whatever the interface is implemented in a class, then all its the methods are to be redefined in that class. Okay, that is what you have to remember, and that is the usage. Only a part of it you can explain to show that how a interface can be nested inside a class. Take one class, only write one interface. Okay, and then take this class and extend the function of that. Create an object in the main and show the output. Okay, so that is enough to show you that how an interface can be put a part of a class. Okay. Next, how an interface can be declared within another interface. Okay. So here this is what only one you can show for an example, but to show you that any number of interfaces can be a member of another interface. And also along with the other interfaces, it can have its own methods and the variables. Okay. That is why this function is taken. So when this interface is implemented, when you have taken the function in the implemented class, you have to redefine it. That is the one thing. So the outer interface is there. It is inner one, and we have a function here. It is another one. We have a function here, and this is the function of this outer interface. Okay. So next, what we have? This is an example. It shows you that whenever it is a member, it is not mandatory that all the interfaces to be implemented. Okay, what this class is doing, class test a implements outer. Okay, this interface also, along with that outer dot inner, and the given option is that class test a implements outer dot inner is also, inner one is also enough. Okay, then this method is not shareable. Okay, that you can do. If you take outer, all these are available, or with all these are not available, but if without that you can have inner one, inner two also. Okay. I have shown you this. So whenever you have taken this, you have to redefine this outer also and this inner one also. No need to have this inner two. Okay. When you have not implemented it, no, defining it is not required. That is why in this class I have not defined this function. Okay. So that is why I have taken that example. And here only to show you that this, if you okay, forget about this. I have implemented this, right, test A. So go to the main. We have created a test A object and called the dispinner one and dispouter. Okay. So whatever we have redefined here, that functions will be, you are going to get a message. Focus about first two statements of the output. Okay, inner one interface in a class, outer interface in a class. These two statements we have defined in these two functions. It is a part of outer interface in a class. It is a part of inner interface in a class. So inner one we have used as well as outer we have used. Okay, enough. If you are I have tried so many things there. If it is a complex for you, forget about that. Okay, in a different way. So the thing is what, outer or inner one you can have. or this statement is also possible, you see. But class test C implements outer dot inner 2. Whenever you will declare this function is to be redefined. Up to that, it will show you an error. Okay. Other than that, okay. So declare this. So what it is showing? Public. You have to make it as public. Okay. So this is what I wanted to show you this. So create an object of test T and call this spinner2. So it's enough. Okay. So this is not that this has to be taken. Only a part of that can be implemented using the yeah, outer interface name. Okay. If you implement outer, everything is available to you. Or a part of it, if you want to use, then you can use this. Okay. So this is possible. Okay, so this I have taken. I'll comment only the required thing and we'll check this. This one is not required because I have used this in a different manner. So now what we have to do, test C object is to be created, right? So object 1 is equal to new test C. That is the class created. And we have to call object 1 inner 2 this function. Okay, so when you run this, okay, it is part of outer interface. Only inner 2 is implemented. Okay, whatever the message I have written inside this is possible. So you can see here in interface, two interfaces are declared. So this example is enough. So you have inherited one of this. So if you if you write class that implements outer, all are available to you. Okay. So or you can have class test implement outer dot inner one, or you can have outer dot inner two, or you can write class that implements outer one, outer dot inner one, outer dot inner two. So then all the methods are available to you. Okay. So like that you can implement. Okay. This is an example of how to write a nested interface inside another interface. Okay. Next we have interface variable here. So like what, whenever we have declaring some variable, it is to be initialized. Okay. If I remove this, it will show an error. Simply write this, you will have an error. So it is mandatory that you have to initialize the value. Okay. So two variables are taken, string and name and size. The values are initialized. By default, they are static and they are what? Public. Okay. So here a class is taken which implements this interface, where in its method just I have printed it and I try to modify it. Okay. So modification is not possible. It will show you an error. You see. So what is that error message? The final field where the size cannot be assigned. So you cannot modify the values. So in a class, I have used this variables. And what is the other way? Like public class, whatever you are writing as a main part, there only it is written it implement varx. So in a main program, without the interface name and all, we are accessing the variable. Okay. So like system out printer, I'm printing size and name. And also here also, I try to change the values, but it will show you that values cannot be assigned. Okay. So that values cannot be modified. So in a main program, I have implemented this one and I try to use by their name. No interface name is required here. So it is inside a class, I have used those names. So whenever I have created that object and I have called this method, the output will be visible. Okay, both the ways I have shown. Okay, we are getting the same output and this value we cannot change. If you want to change, only at the time of initialization we have to change. Okay. So we have covered all the things. Okay. Um, we have covered all the things like how an interface can be, a simple interface can be created. Okay, what are in interface variables and what are the default methods, or the components of interface are by default public and the variables are by default static and they are to be initialized, and there is no definition for the methods which are a part of the interfaces. Their definitions are different in the classes which are implemented that interfaces. Okay, using interfaces multiple inheritance can be done. Okay, and extension of interfaces is possible, and interfaces can be used in a nested format. Okay, so these are the things we have discussed. And the respective programs also I have explained. So all the slides as well as the programs I'll put in the Google Classroom of whatever the classes for the three classes whatever we have discussed, the programs and the slides I will share in the Google Classroom. And the fourth program also I have given four versions. Today's one will be the simple one. You can use that if it is required. Okay, so let me stop. If you have any doubts you can ask.